All right, so let's just dive right in. In a universe pretty much locked in a cosmic stalemate, a brand new player has just exploded onto the scene. And listen, this guy isn't here to save anyone. He's not here to build things up. He's pure disruption. A philosopher with a hammer. Today, we are diving deep into the Jester, the sovereign of the abyss.
Let's really unpack this, because really, this quote, it's the key to everything we're going to talk about. We're not talking about some gentle, guiding light here. No, this is about a violent catalyst, a force that shows up not to save the world, but to shatter it, to break it apart, precisely because it's gotten way too comfortable, way too peaceful.
So, to really get a handle on this lightning bolt, first we've got to understand the stagnant pond it's about to hit. What did this world even look like right before the Jester showed up?
Well, for starters, it was Wotan's world. I mean, look at this. A totally magnificent, ordered reality. This living monument is a testament to sheer will, to meaning itself. He literally grew it from his own essence to reach the heavens. And what it really symbolizes is this glorious, powerful, and totally isolated existence.
But, and this is where it gets really interesting, there's a hidden cost to all this perfection, this amazing solitude. It's actually a trap. Think about it. With no one to challenge you, no peers to push you, that total sovereignty, it turns into what's called a God-sized cage. It's perfect, yeah, it's stable, for sure. But in the end, it's completely stagnant. Nothing is happening. So into this silent, perfect cage, a whole new kind of prophet shows up. But here's the twist. He's not descending from the heavens. He's coming from the mountain. And believe me, he is bringing a completely different kind of fire.
So, say hello to the Jester. While Wotan was busy building up towards some heavenly ideal, the Jester, he climbs out of the abyss of the self. His whole philosophy, it's not about reaching for some faraway god, it's about this new, dangerous selfishness. It's what's called the Great Commandment of Self-Love, this radical, almost scary self-affirmation. You might know it as Amor Fati. That's the idea of loving your fate, the good, the bad, the suffering, all of it.
And you gotta understand, his journey is not some clean, heroic, straightforward path. Not at all. The Jester chooses a transformation that is, well, it's designed to be unsettling. It's meant to be poisonous. He sees the beauty in that. Not in purity, but in a philosophy that he knows is toxic to all the old, comfortable ways of thinking.
So here's the bottom line. He is not here to build another monument to sit beside Wotan's. That's not his game. He's a torchbearer. His heart is a conflagration, a massive, uncontrolled fire. And its purpose isn't to, gently warm the herd. It's to burn away all that comfortable, cowardly living that has made the entire world stagnant in the first place. Now, you might think this is just random chaos, but it's not. It is a direct, head-on philosophical challenge. What we're looking at here is the central conflict, a rivalry between two completely opposite ways of thinking about power.
And wow, this image just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got Wotan's vision, these majestic mountains, the meaning of the earth. And on the right, the Jester's path, this terrifying abyss of self-creation. It's literally the heights versus the depths.
So, Wotan presents the Overman, this idea of a person who creates their own values as a distant goal, a peak you have to climb. But the Jester? He presents the Overman as an abyss, as a terrifying rope stretched over our comfortable animal past. For him, the whole point isn't reaching the other side. It's the dangerous journey itself. The risk of falling. That's where he believes real transformation happens.
I mean, this really sums up the fundamental divide, right? Wotan bleeds his own strength to create value, to build a bridge. The Jester, he bleeds irony to negate value. He's not building a bridge, he's laughing at the whole concept of a bridge. One creates, the other destroys. It's that simple.
So how does the Jester actually wage this philosophical war? What are his weapons? Well, he doesn't have an army. He uses a hammer, and he uses it to shatter the foundations of all those old, comfortable values.
What he does is he takes the most sacred, cherished values of the old world, and he just flips them completely upside down. Check this out. He blesses the lonely, the people who break away from the herd, the very things people fear. And then he pronounces woe, basically a curse, on the comfortable, on those who just want to be safe. He demands self-mercilessness instead of forgiveness. You see, this isn't a sermon for the flock. It's a call to arms for predators.
And this part is absolutely key. He is done trying to talk to the masses. He's not trying to be a savior for the herd. He doesn't want followers. He's looking for fellow creators, a handful of people who can actually endure his philosophy, who can handle his malicious joy. Basically, people who can stand next to him and smile while the old world burns.
Which brings us to his ultimate lesson. It's summed up in this one quote: "Lose me and find yourselves." Think about how different that is. A normal teacher wants disciples, right? The Jester's greatest gift to you is for you to leave him. He is demanding that you become your own master by getting rid of him. That's radical independence.
So, what is the point of all this destruction? Is he just an agent of pure chaos? Or is there something deeper going on here? A necessary role he's playing in this whole cosmic drama? Let's ask the big question. What is his true purpose? Is he just the bad guy that Wooten needs to take down? Or is he actually something way more complex, maybe even essential to the whole story?
Well, the answer is kind of both. The Jester is described as a broken mirror, and that's the perfect metaphor. He reflects back at Wotan the hidden danger of his own path. He shows him the crack in the foundation, the weakness that's been hiding inside that glorious isolation all along. In a way, he is Wotan's potential failure, staring him right in the face.
So, what this all means is that the Jester is basically the All-Will's new gambit, a new move in the game. When one path, Wotan's path, leads to a beautiful but totally stagnant cage, the universe throws in a wild card, a force of pure disruption. He's here to break the stalemate, and he's not offering some sweet oblivion or easy comfort. He's offering a terrifying and joyful truth.
Which brings us to our final section, surviving the lightning. So if the Jester is this mirror, this catalyst, what's the big takeaway from his arrival? This brings us right back to where we started, to that lightning bolt striking the pond. How do you survive it?
While the chaos the Jester brings, it reveals a really profound truth. Having absolute power, but being in absolute isolation, that's actually a fatal weakness. To survive the lightning strike of existence, you can't be a lonely tower reaching for the sky. You have to be grounded. You need others. And that means Wotan has to step out of his god-sized cage.
So when you put it all together, the Jester's legacy is, well, it's complicated. He's a really paradoxical figure. He's a catalyst for change, he's a prophet of the abyss, he's a test of radical self-love, a hammer against comfortable values, and a grinning mirror for stagnant gods. He's this violent, necessary force that doesn't just offer an easy victory, he complicates the whole idea of victory, and he redefines what it even means to be powerful.
And that, right there, is the question the Jester leaves hanging in the air for Wotan, and really for us. When the lightning strikes, who can actually stand the heat? And maybe, more importantly, what's left when the water finally stops boiling?